Alright, we've been in this series solving quadratic equation using three methods: the completing the square method, the factorization method, and the formula method. There are actually four methods for solving quadratic equation. The fourth is graphical method. But in this class, we're going to be using factorization method. In the next class, we'll use completing the square method or the formula method. Alright, so let's go. In factorization method, you're going to consider the two terms, the coefficient of x and the constant term in your quadratic equation. You're going to look for two numbers whose product is going to be the constant term 24 and whose sum is going to be the coefficient of x squared 14. And that two number can be 12 times 2, that's 24. 12 plus 2 is 14. So 12 and 2 are the two numbers that we're going to be using for this. Alright, so let's solve it quickly. And it's going to be x squared plus 12x plus 2x plus 24 is equal to 0. So we have quickly transformed this equation into this. What did we do? 12x plus 2x is equal to 14x. Alright, so it means we haven't done so much damage to the equation as a whole. Now, we're going to quickly go to solve this by grouping the two sides of this long equation. We're going to have 12x, x squared, plus 12x in one group in a bracket plus 2x plus 24 in another group in a bracket is equal to 0. That's just the next step. Then we start factorizing. If you check these two terms in the first bracket, x is common, so we're going to bring out 1x. We'll be left with x in the first term plus 12 in the second term. Plus, if you look at the second bracket, 2 is actually common, and so we're going to bring 2 out. You're left with x in one bracket plus 12, because 2 times 12 is 24. Now you have x plus 12, x plus 12. If they are common, we can factorize this to enter one bracket. You're going to be having x plus 2 into x plus 12 is equal to 0. Simple. Now, for this to be equal to 0, either this is equal to 0, then the multiplication will be 0, or this is equal to 0, the multiplication will be 0. So it then means that x plus 2 is equal to 0, or x plus 12 is equal to 0. Now, when you solve this, by subtracting 2 from both sides for the first round, you have x equals to negative 2, or when you solve it on the other side, you have x equals to negative 12. So x is equals to minus 2 or minus 12. That is your answer. Simple, straight, sweet, and fantastic. Join me in the next class as we use formula method to solve the same equation. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and do have a great time. Share with all the students to benefit. Thank you, and see you again. Bye-bye.